Robin says, I'm a fan, and we all are, Robin. We're all fans. As an average Indian fan, I'm worried about Rohit and Kohli, but whose form going into BGT is a bigger worry for you guys? Why did you put the plural, Robin? I could have left DK to answer it if it said guy.
Oh, that's probably very hard. I think in terms of form, both of them are not at their best right now. But the bigger challenge is what happens between the years. Have a look at this stat, a stellar stat. Before 2021, where they were to where they are today. That is not a very healthy picture for sure. So, as a batter, as a sportsman, the one thing that you thrive on is confidence. Right now, for both Virat and Rohit, confidence is not at its peak. Hence the vulnerability, hence the doubts. And this exactly shows that even the greatest can have tough moments. And the best of players will find a way to claw back from here. But that requires a lot of work physically in terms of going out there and batting hours, because it's not just a question of I batted so much but all I need is mental energy. Maybe you're not batting well enough, hence you need to bat a lot more to pick up length better. And coming back to this line that you say, it's a very easily thrown about line. Certain things in cricket especially, I feel, are easily thrown about adjectives, lines. One is he's a great. That great word is thrown about too often. That I'm not okay with. That and by no means I'm saying Virat and Rohit are not great. They are great, but I'm just generally referring. And the other one is with your name on it. Now, if there is a ball with your name on it, it is a very decent line, but one that is exaggerated. The ball with your name on it is on tough pitches when you feel there will be one where you can't do much about it. But if you have a good technique, the chances of that ball being minimal is much better. But if you don't have a good technique and what's happening between the ears is troubling you, almost every second ball in these kind of pitches will have your name on it. That's for sure.
I could not agree more, because what happens between your ears determines what happens with bat in hand or ball in hand. How are you feeling about yourself? Sometimes, as fans, you believe that there are superheroes who take the field. And soon after he came back, people are asking for selfies, photos, and there was this belligerent guy throwing belligerent stuff at me. And I just, in my old age, I try and be a little patient. I just turned to him and said, have you ever done badly at work? Because these are people like you, except that when they work in front of everybody. So when you're feeling bad about going to work, you don't do very well. I don't know what they're thinking about as they go to work. I don't know about priorities too. I mean, I know Virat's a family person. He's the second child. He told me once the second child changes everything, in one of the very, very rare conversations that we've had. But he missed three test matches in Australia. He missed five test matches against England at home, and he didn't play a Ranji Trophy game. And this is not a critique of Virat. It's as much about a very packed season with T20 and IPL. But the last first class game, Ranji Trophy game that Sachin Tendulkar played was in 2013. The last Ranji Trophy game that Virat Kohli played was in 2012. And I think from time to time, just to get those long innings in, I would like to see them play domestic cricket, but I don't know. I mean, when you play at a very high level, sometimes your thinking is different. I know SMG didn't like to play in front of, for example, he didn't like to play matches that didn't have much meaning towards the end of his career. But are you worried going into the Border Gavaskar Trophy?
How can anyone not be worried, Ashna? And let's not focus on individuals. Let's focus on the team. As a whole, they actually haven't batted well and bowled well as well. And so, walking into a series like Australia, where you know how strong they are, yes, we've got the better of them in the last two series, doesn't mean this series will be anything similar to what it was before. They are a much better, well-oiled unit. They know their strengths. Pat Cummins is a leader now who's obviously taken them to a very good point as well. And Pat Cummins, you said the other day as well, hasn't won a series against India yet. So he has a point. We'll put all that into context, but most importantly, the Indian team will go a little short on confidence. There is no hiding from that. That is for sure. The India has never lost in a series at home, or rather whitewashed in a series at home that is three test matches or more in a long time. That's a big, big, big loss, Harsha.